guys, pay close attention.
It all started with a gnarly stash, and the man who bore it. This man ruled the vast nation of Russia as an autocrat. His name was Nicholas II, and he was a horrible and distrustful man who undermined the success of his people. Although the serfs of the country were freed by the late 1800s, they still maintained horrible living and working conditions. At the same time, atrocious acts of prejudice were made by the pogroms against the Jews. But the problem didn't end here. When Russia attempted to expand its already vast territory into the Asian lands, eyeing North Korea, they were embarrassingly defeated by the Japanese. Mass starvation was intensified as a result of this Russo-Japanese war. Food shortages forced workers to organize a peaceful demonstration at the Winter Palace to get their voices heard in the Revolution of 1905. Hundreds were killed when troops opened fire on this bloody Sunday. As news of this event spread, workers rioted and the government was forced to make concessions. Tsar Nicholas II issued the October Manifesto, creating the Duma, a legislative assembly to help him make decisions for the land. While all of this was happening within the country's politics, Russia also participated in foreign affairs by joining the Triple Entente with France and Great Britain.
Abuelita, what's the point of this story? It's really boring.
Ten paciencia! Get into it!
At home, the decisions of Nicholas's wife, Tsarina Alexandra, were being influenced by a man named Gregory Rasputin, who had been able to temporarily cure her son.
He's bleeding! You're cured!
Rasputin was later assassinated by some angered aristocrats. By this time, the economy was in turmoil. Women and factory workers protested in what came to be known as the March 1917 Revolution.
Down with the autocracy! Down with the autocracy! Down with the autocracy! Down with the autocracy! Peace and bread!
The Duma knew they had to take action.
Down with the Tsar! We need a new provisional government!
I nominate Alexander Kerensky as our leader.
Our new government will have more liberal freedom.
This new provisional government had many enemies, including the Soviets, who represented radical interests of the lower class and advocated socialism. Another enemy was Vladimir Lenin, leader of the Bolshevik Party.
And here to help us overthrow the provisional government, my good friend Leon Trotsky. And next on our agenda is... We're here to establish a communist government. You can leave now. Okay. I have promised peace, and peace you shall have. In order to guarantee peace, I have signed the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk.
Opposition to Lenin's communist regime led to the Russian Civil War. His Bolshevik party became known as the Reds under the leadership of Leon Trotsky.
I'm Trotsky. I'm the leader of the Red Army.
Their enemies became known as the White Army or anti-Bolsheviks. The White Army's forces were bolstered by the support of the other countries, but they lacked unity.
What'd she say?
I don't know.
Let's charge! For democracy!
And did not share a common goal.
For democracy!
For the Tsar!
For democracy!
For the Tsar!
For democracy!
The Tsar!
Which ultimately led to their defeat.
For Reds!
The Reds also implemented the use of a clever system called war communism to help feed their troops. This system was later replaced by Lenin's new economic policy, which established a limited form of capitalism.
Communist government has ruined our country. Oh, honey, don't say such rash words. No, you know it's true. Communism has destroyed our entire way of life.
We're the Cheka! You're under arrest!
Abuelita, this story's boring and bloody. I'm out of here. I hate history.
Niñas mimadas, regresen!
No! No! Abuelita, can you finish the story for me?
Sí, mija. While the war of the red versus white was happening, trouble was brewing for the royal family. They had been imprisoned, but the Cheka, fearful of the family's return to power, had the entire family killed. Or so the story goes. No one was ever sure about one of the daughters, Anastasia. Anastasia's favorite maid, her childhood friend, was with the Romanov family when they heard the soldiers coming down the stairs. The maid switched places with Anastasia and bravely died in her place. Anastasia fled to Mexico. Her neck was the only tie to her past. Anastasia was my mother. She passed down her heritage down to me, just like I am to you.
Wow. Thank you, Grandma.
So how's your stay at Grandma's today?
She told a story. It's really long and boring.
You better stop laughing. You're weird.